the city council is making an investigative committee to investigate me. Last night there was an executive session called. I was called out of it. I don't know how the city attorney is representing me in so many cases and represents me, but then asked me to leave the room so he can investigate. I don't even know. But I'm not a lawyer. It's things we can investigate. So I want to say first and foremost, and this is the most important thing here, in investigating these actions, when it was brought to my attention, I was not in any way, shape, or form trying to say another employee did anything wrong. Our police and DPW work hard. They should always be commended. And the misuse of you and your labor is not right. It's not fair. It's not fair that you're put in that situation where you have to take an order and go and do an order because it's your job, because you fear for your job. But you know it's not right to do. That is most important. On Wednesday before the election, I was made aware that DPW workers in DPW trucks were going around taking signs off of lawns that had Terrance Brown's name on it. This is a gross misuse of city resources, and it may be even criminal. Again, I'm not a lawyer. After seeing an employee, he admitted that he did not want to get in trouble, but he was given the order to pick up the signs. Upon inspection of truck number 20, I found well over 30 or 40 campaign signs of Terrance Brown and 1 or 2 other signs of his opponent. After speaking with the higher-up at DPW, they said another higher-up gave the order. After speaking to that higher-up said the complaint came from the mayor's office. This is documented. Right around that time, the state announced that they would immediately be investigating the situation, and I turned over all and every evidence I had, and I told them and gave it to them. That's that. That's the facts of this. The City Investigative Committee cannot investigate criminality. What are they going to do? Recommend to the Attorney General? Like, they're not the most capable people in the world to be able to do this? What are they trying to get out of this? I don't know. I do know, actually. Simple, as I said before. Insider, check it tomorrow, press headline. City Council moves to investigate Councilman Roman for what? What did you say, Mayor? For tampering with signs or staging a sign stealing. Yeah, that's will be the headline. So, under the city charter, city council members, which I'm honored to be selected by my neighbors to be, have executive authority over this city. We have access to various buildings owned by you and you and you. You own these buildings, they don't. Under our charter in New Jersey's SA 40A 61-5, powers of the council may investigate any, or a member of council may investigate any activity of the municipality. It's right there in black and white in our laws. As the councilor said earlier, city council members can investigate any activity of the municipality. The statute doesn't say an investigation committee, it says council members. The resolution and investigative committee is simply for show. This is theater. Not sure what they want to investigate other than to intimidate me or intimidate other city officials or intimidate workers that blow the whistle when something illegal happens. The police chief is an honorable man, and last night he said to us in open session that the matter is being investigated not by the Linden Police Department but by a higher authority. I know this to be the Attorney General's office because they've already asked me. Why is the Linden City Council and 2 members of the Linden City Council going to investigate something the state government, who is the most capable entity to do so, is in the process of doing anyway? Now, I want to say
Councilman, please wrap this up.
I'm going to finish my piece. If you guys are going to do this, at least I got 3 more paragraphs. Allow me to defend myself to the public. I am a whistleblower. I blew a whistle when the largest donor that these candidates have knocked down buildings without first taking the asbestos out properly. I blew a whistle when the people of the 7th Ward started to report that their signs were being taken off of lawns. Now, I would like to say, again, I do not blame any of the employees for the orders that they were given. And I'm happy to hear that the proper authorities are investigating where the order came from and if that order was to pick up signs off of public property or specifically public and private property, because that seems to be the case here. So the mayor, the night before the election, released an edited version of these events to his Facebook page, calling for my resignation. It's crazy that I wasn't even up for re-election for council, and I was being attacked just as I'm being attacked now. This was an edited version of the event and does not show me walking onto the scene with my hands behind my back, actually waving at the camera. I did not walk on that scene with 40 lawn signs. They were in the back of a DPW truck that's owned by you. As I stated before, I had received reports from residents that their signs off of their property were missing. To try to say I did something wrong is just not true, and it's simply meant for the theater that this place has become. Now, I get campaign time is crazy, and it makes people do crazy things. Mayor, I'm not attacking you right now, but I'm pointing this out. If the mayor, if DPW is going to access our cameras and hand it to the mayor so the mayor can put it on his Facebook page for political vendettas, what other files in this city are up for use in public forums? House owners' files? Homeowners? Personnel files? I'm not surprised that there's actually a contract on paying off his campaign consultant this evening. I'm really not surprised. But I honestly worry what they're going to look through next and post on Facebook. It's also funny how the mayor released a statement calling me to resign because I was investigating a possible crime that was committed in the misuse of your tax dollars. But yet he's never said a word about his biggest donor and what they did to my neighbors when they knocked those buildings down with the asbestos still inside of it. This city has never spoken about it. None of them. And yet next month they're going to get 400 more units approved.
Councilman.
One last thing. The statute maintains the meetings of these investigative committees have to be in public. And the last one we have never held a public meeting. So realistically, they didn't do anything. Thank you, Council President.
Councilman.